stage that your team is in this season. How good of an experience is this for you all to go through kind of toe-to-toe for that time and into overtime against this team?
Well, I mean, the locker room was disappointed, which is a good thing. It means we're invested in the game. And the best part about that one is I thought a lot of what we could control in the fourth quarter and overtime let us down. You know, it wasn't one that we can write off on luck, and those are kind of the best losses. If they hurt and you can look back on them and see that you could control a lot in the game and learn from that, that's the best way to move forward. So we've got to do that. We've got to look in the mirror on that one because there's a lot of things we could have done better. But we also got to turn the page. We got a good team on the road tomorrow on a quick turnaround.
Inversely, it seemed like in the first maybe 3 quarters or so, you all really overcame some tough shooting and things not going your way, but were able to kind of stay with it. What did you see mentality-wise from your group in that stage of the game?
We did a great job there. You know, we built a nice cushion going into the fourth quarter. A lot of that was our defense. I thought our defense, first half defense, third quarter defense was pretty good. I thought we kind of held them in check on the glass until late in the game. They only had 6 offensive rebounds at halftime. So a lot of good things. And offensively, I thought we generated really good shots and kind of stuck with that through obviously a very rough shooting night. But there was enough in the game. They didn't shoot it particularly well either, so there was enough in the game that we could have controlled to try to take a handle on that one, and we obviously didn't do a good enough job of that. And credit them, they did when they needed to.
Against that big front line, Lou seemed to just be all over the glass, 11 rebounds. What did you see from him and his effort on the board tonight?
Yeah, he was on it, you know, and certainly some big ones. The one he got fouled on, the offensive rebound, the free throw block out that he went and got late in, I think, in regulation. The one even that he fouled, they called a foul on him and put the ball on the side. We were up by 4, I think. I don't think he fouled the guy, but they had the ball, so challenging it wouldn't have done anything. But he had his nose in the play on a lot of those plays, so, you know, obviously his toughness was felt tonight.
And just overall, it seemed like the pace of play was obviously a big factor for you all. Just what did you think of the way you were able to kind of keep your foot on the gas throughout with that and kind of get a little bit of a lead there?
Yeah, it took a while to get that going. Early in the game, I thought both teams were just a little flat. You know, I just coming out of the break, you know, I think a little bit of sea legs. The pace was a little slower, I think, than both teams would like. And then both teams picked it up in the second half. I thought our attacks were pretty good. Like I said, we did a lot of good things to put ourselves in position to have a strangle on the game the way that we did, and then obviously didn't execute well enough down the stretch.
Mark, just going back to your first answer, what are some of the things that stood out to you that you guys could have done better tonight?
Certainly the rebounding, I thought, was a factor, especially late. They got a lot of second chances that you got to try to wipe out. I thought our interior defense, for the most part, in the early parts of the game was very good, like our low man help at the rim, and then they had a couple plays. They punched on us on a dunk. We fouled them on another one. Kenrich was late on one, and he was there for a foul. And I thought that led to a lot of the rebounding too, where we were just late to help. We were reacting. I thought that was huge in their comeback. And then in overtime, I thought we could have done a much better job of recognizing who their main guys are. We went under on Clarkson 3, under on Markkanen 3. That stuff we could have done better.
What did you see there on that, the Dort foul? Obviously you had to challenge it, but with Markkanen going to the line there.
Lou's, there's no situation we'd like more than Lou on an island against their best player late in the game. And at the end of the day, he delivers in a lot of those situations. It's a tough one because Markkanen's got size on him, so if you don't contest him, Markkanen can shoot over you. So he was trying to get, a good contest on it and force a tough shot, which he did, and obviously just fouled him a little bit. But, that wasn't the game.
And what did you think of Shai's look at the end?
It was all right. I think at the end of the day, 4.6 seconds, it's hard to get a great one most of the time. But we got the ball to him, and, he got to a spot, rose up. There was a lot. Before those 2 plays, there was a lot we could have controlled in the game.
And last one for me, Jay Will continues to give you guys a big boost. Hit some big threes tonight.
Yep.
Took charges as he does. What did you see from him?
Yeah, I thought, a lot of the glass in the first half was him. He did a good job on Kessler early. Even some of the ones they got late, I thought he had his nose in there on. At the end of the day, these guys are growing and all these experiences are stacking up and getting better. And that's ultimately, this one stings. It stings the players, especially going in that locker room. It was a silent locker room. But at the end of the day, we want to improve, like I said before the game. And I thought that we could learn a lot of lessons from tonight, good and bad, in a really, really tough environment, coming out of the break, and we got to, learn them quickly, apply them, and get to it tomorrow.
How beneficial was Kenrich Williams there in the fourth quarter? I think he had a spurt through at 8 points, a couple of threes, and a key two to keep guys in it.
Yeah, I mean, he made some shots. He made some big ones on a night where we didn't make a ton. We made some timely ones, to build the lead. Like I said, I thought offensively, as rough of a shooting night as it was, we had enough on that end of the floor. I thought it was the other stuff I mentioned, the help the awareness defense and the rebounding that bit us. But like I said, it's the kind of game you want to lose. It's one where it hurts and it's controllable. So there's a lot of learning that can take place from that, and that's what we have to do with it.
Anybody else? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Jaylin, just wanted to ask you about kind of the game pressure that was out there tonight. It just seemed like from the start to the finish, the game was played in a really tight box, and it was really a back and forth kind of game. So what was that like out there on the floor?
Yeah, it was good being back out on the floor again. I know it wasn't a big break, but it was a break, and it was a competitive game. These type of games we like playing in, and we just got to finish better.
In regards to finishing, it just seemed like they got some of those 50-50 balls and got to the line a few more times. What were you all feeling out there in the final minutes of this one and in overtime?
Yeah, a lot of the problems we were having was just effort things. We got to rebound better. We got to do better on defense, not fouling, things like that. And that's totally stuff that we can control. So we feel like we can get better from this game.
You got a couple booms tonight. How did those feel?
They felt good. They felt good. Coaches believe in me. I believe in myself. And most of all, my teammates believe in me, and they tell me to shoot those shots. So with the belief they give me, I'm going to continue to shoot them.
Jaylin, what's it like for you being in those crunch time, overtime situations where just things are just so pressure and you're out there on the floor with that group?
Yeah, I love it. That's the moments you want to play in. Those are the fun moments, the moments you dream about. And being in the crunch time minutes, it shows that Coach trusts me, and I'm glad I got his trust.
What are you learning from these experiences that are kind of stacking up for him? It's your 13th start. What are you kind of learning from these experiences?
I'm really learning how to play with these guys, and I'm learning the game more. It's a completely different game than college. Playing with these guys, a bunch of great players out on the court, and rotations are different, speed is different, guys are more athletic, guys shoot better, so it's a lot to learn, and I'm just trying to learn every game.
Speaking of college, you were going against Walker Kessler tonight after playing him in the SEC last year. What was it like battling with him?
Yeah, me and Walker Kessler, we battled. We played in high school, then we played in college, and now we played here. And I mean, I feel like I've been playing against him forever now, but it was cool battling against him, an SEC guy, and it's good to see young guys succeed.
Jaylin, what has the last month been for you? You improved game by game, it seems like.
Yeah, that's just my coaches believe in me, teammates believe in me, and when they believe in me, I play with more confidence, and I feel like a confident player is their best self. So just as long as I'm out there with confidence and I have their confidence, I feel like I can continue to do better.
Thank you, Jaylin.
Nick Gallup, Valley Sports. Kenrich, just Mark was saying it's a tough loss for you all to have, but this is had a lot of controllables in it. I was just curious to get your perspective on that.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's a game that we were up in, and definitely a controllable game for us. There at the end, we kind of got sloppy a little bit. I know I gave up offensive rebound. They got a lot of offensive rebounds in the end of the game. So it's just a lot of different things that we can control. So, yeah, he pretty much hit it spot on the head.
This game needed to be like 10 points, just from an experience that you all are getting standpoint. What did you think about just having this type of game right out of the All-Star break kind of smacks you right in the face to get this thing going?
Yeah, no, I think it's good for us, especially us being a young team, coming in on the road right after All-Star break, kind of playing a good team, a good hungry team with some guys on there. So it's a good challenge for us. But, man, it's pretty much stuff that we could control as far as winning and losing the game.
Paris Austin Valley Sports. It seemed like the pace of play was a really big factor for you guys offensively. Just what were you guys trying to get to in terms of playing fast out there?
Well, we pretty much want to get the ball out quick. That's our motto. Yeah, man, just pretty much get out in transition, get easy ones in transition first, and then if transition isn't there for us, kind of set up a play, run something, and get somebody open. But definitely our pace is kind of key to us getting going, especially at the start of the game.
And you just mentioned this is definitely a controllable game. Is it extra encouraging knowing that you've got this team 2 more times, basically in the next 7 games or so for you guys?
Yes, for sure. It's definitely controllable. I mean, it's definitely encouraging. Just the little things that we can work on, that we can fix. Not only for the next time we see them, but for the game tomorrow.
Mark and then had a breakout season at 43 tonight. Like, what are the biggest?
He had 43.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are the biggest challenges of just guarding him?
He's a pretty good player now. I played him previously on different teams, and he looks like a completely different player this year. He's getting to the basket. He's the thing that makes him tough is he can shoot it very well. He's an all-star for a reason. So you got to tip your hat to him. But 43, yeah, we gotta fix that.
Anybody else? Thanks, Kenrich.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mark said that this one hurt, but it was a lot of controllable things, and I just wanted to get your perspective on how this game went in the 53 minutes.
Yeah, it was tough, ups and downs. We had good moments, we had bad moments. Had some controllable things that we could have controlled to win the game, and we did it. And we lost a close one in that.
There's no easing in after the All-Star break for you all, just in terms of the experience that you all as a young team get right here, kind of getting confronted with a tight game like this. Just your thoughts on what that'll do for you these final 24 games.
I guess it kind of shows the significance of the last stretch, especially teams in the race and trying to make a push for the playoffs like ourselves. Every game really matters, and we'll see it.
The pace tonight was obviously a big key for you all offensively. We saw you get out on the break even on made baskets. Just how big of an emphasis was that for you in particular tonight?
It always is for myself, for sure, and us as a group as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're our best when we're playing fast and playing in open space and playing together.
For a guy like Jay Will and these opportunities to play in crunch time games, get starting in minutes, just how valuable can these sort of moments be for him?
Yeah, good. Every possession is a learning experience, especially for a rookie who hasn't played many. But obviously he's one heck of a player, belongs. He's proven himself.
Shai Gilgeous was a first-time All-Star like yourself. Had a big game tonight, as you did. What did you see from his game, or kind of being around him this last weekend or so?
He's a good player. Can really shoot it. And has really good size.
And then, how did that final shot feel for you?
Felt pretty good. Thought it was going in. Didn't end up going. Shoot the next one.
Anybody else?